Welcome back to Market Day. Now, investors are increasingly worried about the US economic recovery as more data suggests growth is waning. The Dow slid through the all-important 10,000 point mark overnight as fears ramped up ahead of the latest GDP report and a speech by the Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke.
A big moment is approaching for Big Ben. The Federal Reserve Chairman is expected to give some clues on how to battle the unusually uncertain U.S. economic environment at a retreat in Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Some people are talking about a double-dip recession, and the critical issue is what's the proper role of the Federal Reserve with rates already close to zero and $1 trillion of excess reserves in the system? What more should and can the Fed do in the current circumstance?
The circumstances are bleak. Sales for existing homes plunged a record 27% in July, and sales of new houses slid 12%, hitting the weakest level since data began in 1963. And while jobless claims for the week actually fell more than expected, analysts say there are still too many workers filing claims to signal any real improvement in the jobs market.
I don't think there's really much good out there. I mean, it sounds kind of ugly to say that, but people are going to look for housing and they're going to look for jobs, and we haven't really seen an improvement in either of those. And until we do, we're going to be, looking at tough times.
While most economists still do not think a double-dip recession is likely, the economist dubbed Dr. Doom says the chances of a double dip are now at 40%. All of this negative sentiment has put even more pressure on the Federal Reserve to prop up the U.S. economy after signaling it would start QE light at its last policy meeting.
Obviously, they're doing what they can. I mean, they're investing as mortgage-backed securities come due, the MBSs come due. They're reinvesting back in the market. I think by and large, what we're looking for is just some type of statement saying, hey, you know what? Yeah, the markets have come off a little bit, but the worst is definitely behind us.
And while Bernanke is unlikely to trumpet any formal policy changes in his speech at Jackson Hole, investors would cheer any sign the Fed is considering another big round of bond purchases to invigorate the U.S. economy. Heather Gillette, Sky News Business.